Hello, hello. Welcome to the Fantaseries Book Club's live reading sprints before we actually dive into Vengeful in about a week, I think, is our live show. So this is exciting. This is just plain old reading sprints or productivity sprints, but we are also going to announce what the next series pick is for the Fantaseries Book Club. If you are brand new to the book club, this is hosted by myself, Rachel from Let Me in the Library, and Nicolee from Bon Bon Reads, as well as two of our other friends, Christine from The Roomies Digest and Jess from Books Past Bedtime. So next month, whatever it is that ends up winning is going to be over on Jess's channel. So make sure you go subscribe to her. I have everybody linked in the description, so make sure you go fix that right now in case, sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you from people, so you gotta go make sure. But whatever it is, we're going to be reading it on her channel. But usually what we do is we have a poll in our Discord, also linked below, and we let you choose whatever it is that you want to read with us. So we read the entire series, one book per month, and we discuss it on the host's channel. And we also have discussion channels in case you want to, talk about your thoughts beforehand. And at the end of the series, then we let you pick what the next series is going to be. So I think we have Nicolee, 40 series or something to pick.
Yeah.
Lot of series because we do have everyone just suggests things, we just added to the list. So exciting. I think we had 4 options this time. I kind of want to double check to see.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know what's gonna win unless it changes during the sprint or something like that.
The next hour.
Yeah. I mean, anything's possible. I don't know. Let's see, our choices right now are The Diviners by Libba Bray, Crier's War by Nina Varela, Bridge Kingdom by Danielle Jensen, and Mask of Shadows by Lindsay Miller. So we're very, very close between 2 of those choices, between The Diviners and Bridge Kingdom. It's only off by 4 votes, so anything could happen, but I think maybe we'll announce after the first sprint just in case anyone changes their mind.
And decides to do a last minute vote or something.
Who knows? Or maybe some people take their votes away. I don't know. Anything could happen. But yeah, so of course, we're here. We're going to do some sprinting. If you're reading anything, whether it is the book club book, which is Vengeful this time by V.E. Schwab, let us know. Or if you're reading something else, also let us know. Nicolee, did you finish Vengeful?
I have not. I have not even started it, actually.
Oh, really? Oh
yeah.
I really liked it, so I'm really interested to see what you'll think.
You finished it! That's awesome!
Oh, I finished it? Okay, wait. So the last live show, I didn't even finish Vicious, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm out of time. Just tell me what happened. It's okay. Which I just did on the book club pick for the last, I just did right before this, where I was
you were telling me.
I didn't finish the book, but I have some thoughts, which was, thankfully okay because Noelle did finish it. But I ended up reading, I kind of knew what happened in Vicious, so I was reading it, but then I also was listening to Vengeful, so it was a weird, 2 at the same time type of thing that I usually never do. But Vengeful was so good that I was like, I can't finish the sequel before I finish the first book. I gotta finish the first book. And I ended up finishing both of them in the same day because they were both
wow. That's honestly so impressive. Actual goals right here. Reading Queen. I need to get on that. I've heard it's really good. I was really surprised with how good Vicious was and just how different it was compared to things that I've read recently. So I'm excited to read Vengeance, and I'm gonna bring it on the plane actually tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get some reading done.
Where are you going tomorrow?
I'm going to Cancun.
Oh my god! Wait, I thought you said you were done with traveling.
Yeah, I'm done with traveling in January. So
okay.
actually mid-January. I just realized I'm gonna visit my mom in Florida in January. So my debts will have to suffer for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Oh my god, your credit score is just gonna be whoop, because you'll pay it all off, and then they'll be like, wow, this responsible adult, incredible. So it all works out. It all works
out. So what will you be reading today?
I actually am. I think I'm gonna be reading The Wild Ones, which I just discussed. But it was basically, I read a little bit over, I think, a third of it, somewhere between a third and a half of the book I've already read. But the stuff I was talking about with Noelle, she didn't spoil everything for me, but we were talking about certain things that sounded really compelling. So I feel like I really want to get to those points in the book. And, you know, like it's less horrible if I finish the book sooner to the date that I discussed it. So for me, yeah, this is like a YA fantasy about this group of women who, at some point in their lives, became wild ones, which are like not really humans. They kind of like get this little star that they put in their hand, and it allows them to go into what's called like the between. So they can kind of travel between worlds and travel between cities, and they aren't necessarily like visible to everyone. And
Wow.
it's sort of like a way for them to heal from the traumas that they've experienced. So like certain people who do experience that trauma are approached and asked if they want to become a wild one. So then they kind of go on this entire journey and this all this sisterhood and found family and stuff. So I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I have not heard of that book, but I think it sounds really interesting, and the cover is stunning.
It's
So
so pretty, yeah. And like
you'll have
these
to
are
be
some
posted.
characters, and then there's also some more on the back, and then also inside of the cover there's even
Oh,
more.
wow.
Like, you know, the artist really did everything with this cover, and
Yeah,
well done. Also, Noelle with the jokes in the comments.
I
Oh,
know.
what's that about?
I saw that.
Hello. Also, I do believe the link is there for the Discord. If it's not, I will double check and add it. But there should be a Discord link down there, and then there is a channel called Vote to Pick. So once you join the Discord, you can just pop in there, and all you have to do is react with the appropriate emoji. Everything, I think, is like pretty self-explanatory in that channel. But if you have any questions, you can definitely ask us, and we'll try to help you out. Hi, Steph. Hello. Oh, cute. Okay, so we have some folks in the audience. I don't know how are we feeling about like time? Do we want to do like a short one, a longer one? Because I think we might cut this one like a little bit short, kind of.
Yeah.
Did we say we were ending at like 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we could do like a 25-minute sprint to start with, and then just kind of like see how we feel, and maybe chat, do one more, and end it. I don't know, depending on
That
how we
sounds
feel.
good to me. Um, yeah, I'm down for that. I am currently reading Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero, and I'm actually buddy reading this with Mo, but I've actually been a really bad buddy reader because I have been in the worst reading slump recently.
Oh.
Um, this book is about what happened to the Scooby Doo gang after they grew up,
Oh
which
my
I think is
god!
so interesting because even now I love Scooby Doo so much. I've been watching the Mystery Incorporated new show because it's expiring on Netflix. And I was really excited to read this. It definitely has a lot of like clever banter and kind of has that Pulp Fiction, Rocky Horror kind of sense of humor. But I think right now I'm not really connecting too much with the writing in general. But it's good. It's just not really for me, I think. I'm about 80 pages in, so hopefully it'll get better from here on out.
Well, I mean, it sounds like a cool premise.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can gel with like the story. If not the writing, then maybe like the plot will save it a little bit for you.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah. So of course, people who are in the comments, let us know what you're reading, and also let us know how you're voting if you want. But once again, we do have the poll in the Discord, so if you haven't voted yet, please do, because we're going to announce which book wins, and I will have to figure out what I have to buy depending on what you pick. Let us know, and we're going to do a quick little sprint for about 25 minutes. I think technically it's like 24 minutes now. I'm just trying to end on like a nice even number. But
We appreciate that.
yeah. So yeah, all right. Happy reading. Hello. I believe the sprint has just ended.
Hello.
How did you do?
I think I read like 20 pages.
Nice.
It's starting to get more interesting for sure. The gang's back together. I don't think that's a spoiler. So they're doing some investigations now. It definitely has a little bit of like a creepy vibe to it, but I'm here for it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. How
Oh.
about you?
I ate dinner and I started doing
Nice.
major planning for this announcement video I need to film because you know who I am as a person where I can't just be like, hello everyone, we're having a readathon. It's always like, how do I make this the wildest thing you've ever seen? Which is like partially why I picked the thing that I did. I'm trying to keep this under wraps, but like this is why I picked the thing that I did so I could try to do something cool with my announcement video. So I'm trying to make it happen.
I'm so curious. I feel like my video was so mundane. Like I hadn't filmed anything in like 2 months, and so I was sitting down. I had my basically script written on my phone, and I was like, it's from this day to this day. So you know what? I appreciate your enthusiasm. I think that it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the highlight of the readathon right there.
I hope it's a good one at least. This is like when we did Tinkerbell readathon and everybody else was just like, we're having a readathon, and I was like, I am my fairy. I am her. I'm having an announcement video in the same color outside, doing everything.
I love that energy.
You know how it is. I can't not be extra all the time. It's just
That's amazing. I loved your costumes. I loved everyone's costumes for Read or Dare. I would have
yeah,
definitely gone more all out if I actually had more stuff with me than just a one suitcase.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was killer.
Oh god. Yeah. I mean, it's always like last minute chaos. So like with like Mike Wazowski, I just went to Target and I was like, "What face paint do you have? I need this." I just green face paint, white face paint for lore. And then Cusco was like such a last minute thing where I was like, "How do I do this?"
That one was good. Yeah, I liked that one.
Oh, it was really fun though.
My
Um,
iconic queen over here.
it was great. We have what is it? I'll start throwing tomatoes. Don't test me. You'll have to wait until tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's very close. Hopefully, I film it, edit it, and upload it in time. But if I don't, you'll have a lot of other great people who are talking about it at 3 p.m. So exciting. I wanted to like work more on it tomorrow, but I actually have to go to Pennsylvania tomorrow for work. Um,
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, because like I work in construction, right? So one of our shops is in Pennsylvania, and they were just like, "It'd be really good if you like got to know them and stuff." And I was like, "Okay." So they were like, "Can you be there at like 8 o'clock in the morning?" And I was like, "It's an hour and a half away." Like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
I guess so. It's okay. I'll wake up super early and go. So of course, like tonight is the night when we have so many things going on. But
Yeah, I know. Like literally 3 back-to-back things.
yeah,
No
so
rest.
no rest for the weary. It's always like, back to back planning for everything. But it is what it is. I also did read a little bit of my book also on the sprint because we were talking about that before. I did
Love
read like
that.
3 pages or something. Plus I had my Coco Vaughn, so it was a good time. Coco Vaughn?
What is that?
Oh, wait. Oh, it's really good. It's like this um it's over rice and it's like a chicken dish that you make with wine. So you like prepare like the chicken and then like mushrooms and cocktail onions, which are like really, really tiny, delicious onions, um, and like a bay leaf and like other stuff. And then you put wine in it and you like with the broth and everything. And then you just let it like sit there for a little while, and then you just pile that on top of the rice, and it's really delicious.
That sounds amazing. I've been getting really into cooking recently. I have ADHD fixation, so I'll get really obsessed about something for a really short amount of time. But this seems to be like a recurring thing. But that just sounds so good. I'm happy for you.
It's actually really easy to make too, so if you ever want to make it, I highly
Okay, good
recommend.
to know. You'll have to text me the name of it
I will.
sometime so I can look it up.
Oh,
But
I
that's
definitely.
great. But also going back to what you were saying about Pennsylvania, that's really exciting. What part are you going to? And like, will you have time to do any sightseeing in that area, or probably
Oh
not?
no, I mean like I live in New Jersey, so like Pennsylvania is not that far for me. I could technically go like on a weekend or something whenever, but I don't think I get to do anything besides work. I basically have to like get there, go do like shop stuff for construction, and then during lunch I just drive home and then I do the rest of my day at home. So I was hoping that like any last minute editing maybe I could do it on my lunch break or something, but now my lunch break is just gonna be spent like driving. So I'll have to do the bulk of it tonight, hopefully.
Yeah, and even if you like post it a little bit later, like I'm sure like I know that I will be excited to watch it regardless,
Well, thank
and
you.
it'll just be building up the tension, you know. So
Yeah.
that's awesome though. I think it's really crazy, honestly, like hearing you say, oh, I'm gonna drive an hour and a half and go somewhere else. Because for me, I would still be in the desert
Oh my god, yeah, because everything's so far apart.
in Arizona. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because everything is so close, at least for me in like the area of Jersey that I'm in, which I think is pretty true of like most of Jersey and like the East Coast, but everything is so close. Like, okay, how far do you have to drive to get to like a grocery store?
Well, we kind of live like up in the mountains in Arizona, so I would say maybe 20 minutes. What
Okay,
about
so
you?
not too bad. Mine is around the corner. It's like 5 minutes away by car. Um, what about how far do you have to drive to get to a library?
Um, like everything I would say is within like a 20 to 30-minute driving distance,
Okay,
but you could drive for 45 minutes and still be in the same town
like
just
town.
because yeah, just because everything's like in like very flat. But if I were to go outside to another city, like another big city from where I live, it would take at least like a few hours just to get there.
Oh my god.
So it's so surreal to me.
Oh wow. Because I mean, like I live in a really central area to the stuff that I'm particularly interested in, which might be like a product of my environment. But I can drive 5 minutes to get to a library. I can drive 20 minutes in one direction to get to a different library and 20 minutes in the opposite direction to get to a different library. So I can like do my reading fun stuff. But as far as like going to a different town, I live like right near a border between two towns, so I could basically drive like
Oh my
another
gosh.
5 minutes to another town. Or if I wanted to go to like Princeton or something, that's like less than a 30-minute drive for me. So I'd be there 20 minutes. I'd be there in a different town
That's
there,
so cool.
and then
That's
like,
honestly bucket list dream.
and then if I wanted to go to New York, I can like take a train and like in about an hour I'll be there.
Oh my gosh, stop. That's awesome. That's honestly like a life dream of mine to live somewhere on the East Coast for a little bit just so that I get the experience of just moving around and getting to
Everything.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I always pictured like living in a small town as being like this very quaint, like cottage like place, which is nothing like where I live. But I never really thought about how lucky I was to have like the area that I do until like even just talking about like libraries and stuff. When I would say like, "Oh, I got this from my library," and people were like, "You have that at your library?" And I was like, "Yeah, is that not
Normal?
normal?" Like I wouldn't know, but I kind of like realized that my library system is really really great, and like the stuff that I have access to, not just library wise but like in that area or near where I live, is not necessarily like super normal. But I think like West Coast versus East Coast is really different because things are so spaced out near you, whereas things are so
Yeah.
congested here because everyone needs like a place to live, and like the price of or the cost of living in like a certain area is like so particularly high to be near everything.
No, definitely. I think it'll be very strange for my boyfriend and I to move to New York City after living in Arizona,
Yeah.
or even moving from LA to like New York City. I feel like there's a huge difference just in at least like space. So that would be very interesting, I think. But I think it's
You'll
worth
just
it
have
because you're so close to so many things, and there's always
yeah.
like something to do, someplace to eat, and I'm not really a homebody, so that's pretty the dream.
Aw. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually like the big like foodie or like what can we do that's fun that's around. So whenever I have friends that come visit, or like when I've been able to like meet booktube people in real life, and it's like, what should we do? Then it's like, oh, we could do this, we could do this, we could do this, and everything is so like nearby. So
Say less, BRB. Well, we need to manifest this trip so
I
that we can hang
know
out and be foodies together.
so soon. I can't wait. I'm very excited for it.
Me too.
Um,
Should we announce our pick?
I was gonna say this might be a good time to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else has mentioned voting yet, so we can go and check it and see what the people want. So I'm going into the Discord. Vote to pick. Okay, I did see an additional vote for Diviners, but the winner, as has been for kind of the last couple weeks, I think, is Bridge Kingdom, which is a duology by Danielle Jensen. I think there is a third book, but right now it's only available on Audible. So we want to make sure like all of the books that we pick are mostly very accessible for people. So if you don't have an Audible membership, we don't want to exclude you. And I think that somebody mentioned that the third book will be released more publicly in like 6 months, but we will be finished with the books by then because we're going to be reading the first book, Bridge Kingdom, in December, which is now, and the second one, which is The Traitor Queen, I think, in January. So, I mean, this is kind of like the same situation as what happened with the Villains series, where we were like, this is a duology, and then someone was like, actually, she's writing a third book, and it's like, nobody told me that. So,
Yeah.
oh well, but maybe we'll have to have like some point where we do like some catch-up reads or continuous sequels, but for now, it's just going to be those 2 books. So very exciting. We're going to be reading the Bridge Kingdom duology. And as I mentioned before, all that stuff is going to be on Jess's channel, Jess from Books Past Bedtime. So make sure that you go and subscribe to her and like turn on your notification bell and stuff. So whenever she schedules stuff and whenever she goes live, then you don't miss our Fantaseries books or our discussions and stuff. So that's very exciting. Oh boy.
I'm so excited. I don't really know too much about it, but the cover art is so beautiful. It kind of gives me Legend of Zelda vibes. I don't know if it's just me.
Oh, yeah, I
But
kind of see that.
yeah.
I think, let me see. So my phone just died. So let
Oh
me
no.
look what it is. But I remember seeing something in the description that was kind of like, what if you had to kill the person you love or something like that in order to live? I might be getting that wrong.
Really? Oh yeah. What if you fell in love with the one person you'd sworn to destroy?
Oh, that's what it is, yeah.
It kind of
Okay.
gives me To Kill a Kingdom vibes a little bit.
Ooh, I really want to read that, actually, because I know that you really enjoyed that one, right? That one's
Yeah.
like Little Mermaid enemies to lovers thing?
Yeah, so it's a kind of dark fantasy. And I think I'm very much a fan of anything to do with like a body of water, romance, magic. But yeah, it's basically a dark spin-off of The Little Mermaid, except the princess is a siren, so she actually collects like princes' hearts and lures them to their doom. But she
Ooh.
accidentally hurts one of her own, and she becomes banished to the human world, where she has to become something she hates, a human, and basically go and kill the ruthless siren killer, which is a very handsome prince. So it's very
Ooh.
good. It's a standalone. I think that a lot of standalones you know, there's a lot of pressure because you're trying to create this incredible world building experience and a complex enough plot, but you're gonna make it into one book, so you can't really like flesh it out as much as like a duology.
Yeah.
But I think that the author does it really well.
Okay, that's very reassuring to know. I think that book, and then some of the other ones that were like A Heart So Fierce and Broken, I think, or A Curse So Dark and Lonely, like all of those. I remember like all of those coming out, or at least I don't know when they came out, but I know that everyone was talking about them in like May of 2020 or something. And maybe
Yeah.
because I was part of like a readathon for like mermaid stuff. So I thought maybe that was why they were talking about like To Kill a Kingdom and other stuff. And I was like, this sounds so fun, but I never got around to it yet. So maybe I'll have to do like a taste test for you, and you can pick some stuff out, and then I'll definitely make sure that I read it.
Honestly, I think we should definitely do that because you sent me your 3 favorite books. So
I did.
it would kind of be perfect.
Actually, yeah, it would.
Say less. I think I know what I'm getting you for Christmas. Um yeah,
Okay.
that's exciting.
Yeah, okay. Let me get through a couple extra little comments here. Steph says, I play the Scooby-Doo game on my PlayStation, and I love it. What's the game? Is there more than one Scooby-Doo game for the PlayStation?
Yeah, I want to know the name of it as well.
Steph, don't tempt me like this. Exactly. Like, how quickly? The money just leaves the wallet when you start talking like this, okay? Am I catching up by reading Vicious and Vengeful? Maybe.
Love it.
Well, I think right now our discussion date might be December 5th. I don't want to say 100% that that is the date, but that is what it's looking like right now. And I think it's going to be kind of earlier in the day because we usually do ours at night. But I think we might be doing something kind of more like afternoonish. But we will, of course, be announcing it as soon as we know in the Discord in the announcements channel. So keep an eye out for that. Libby read 20 pages during the sprint. That is great. I'm sorry I did not get to this sooner, but I want to know what you're planning. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is the time tomorrow. EST, which is what, 12? 12 for y'all?
Yeah.
All right. I'm on the last 100 pages of Under the
Nice.
Whispering War. How are you liking it? I have not read this one yet. My dad actually was like, get this for me from the library. I put a hold on it. He was on vacation. He was like, you need to get me this book. I was like, okay.
What is it about?
All I know is that it is about a man who dies, and then he, I think, like, kind of gets, like, ferried to this world where it's this, like, very strange house, and he has to kind of come to grips with the fact that he's not alive anymore. And I think it talks a lot about, like, maybe the meaning of life, or, like, the meaning of what it is to, like, be a person, and that you have, like, just a very finite amount of time on Earth. And I think there is also a queer romance between him and, I think, like, the guy who runs the house, or something like that, maybe? I'm not sure who it is, but I do know that it's supposed to be a queer romance in there. So yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people be excited for it, so let us know how you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Yeah. Hi, Christine. Oh my god, look at you, not on a booktube account. Hi. Love you. I'm at work. Oh man. But I love this. Boo.
I think she was talking about To Kill a Kingdom. Yeah.
Oh.
I think.
But... Did she just read it just because, or did she read it because you said it was so good? Because I feel like somebody was mentioning that you really liked it.
I think either Noelle or Jess read it. I think.
Oh yeah, I know Jess read it because you guys
did.
did like.
Jess read it, yeah. But I think Christine just read it previously. Yeah, I already know what I'm sending because I feel like that entire like niche genre of books are just like my cup of tea. Like there's House of Salt and Sorrows. I love that book, or The Wicked Deep. That one is so good. Like kind of like beachy mixed with like darkness.
Okay, wait, I have to look this up. The Wicked Deep. That sounds so familiar.
It's so good. It's about this town, basically like off like a little island, and they're known because I think they killed three sisters and accused them of witchcraft. But every year the witches who were killed, the witches, possess men and drag them to their death and stuff like that. And so it's really interesting.
It's always like maximum siren vibes here.
Yeah. That's what I'm noticing now.
Oh my god. I actually, like, I always have, maybe not even like guilty, but like I always have like kind of the guilty pleasure of like YA fantasies that even like the really stereotypical ones that are kind of like there's a girl, she's not like other girls, she's a chosen one about whatever. But like, I don't know, something about like those kind of fantasies, which are obviously more like written for kind of younger audiences, really like I sink into those because it reminds me so much of stuff that I enjoyed when I was younger. And it's hard like not to still enjoy them today because they're so fun. And I was always a huge like mermaid girl growing up because like Ariel was my favorite. I shouldn't even tell the story. Ariel was my favorite.
Tell a
story. Ariel was my favorite Disney princess, obviously because she was a mermaid, and I was like, she's the best. I think like that movie must have come out at a point where I was just like, I need to find out who my favorite princess is, and it was her. And like something about her story was so compelling. So of course, you know, when you play with like other girls your age, they might be like, let's play Disney princesses. And there was like somebody who was like, I'll be Ariel, and I was like, no. I just like, I think I literally got into like a fisticuffs situation with this young child. Like we were both children, like maybe 4 years old or something.
Oh.
But I was like, no, I'm Ariel. No.
I love that.
It was a whole
you knew what you wanted.
Yeah, and I was like, I can sing better, and I pushed her, and I was so like, why did I do this? But I think they probably had to call my parents, and they were like, don't, like, there's something wrong here. And I remember when I went home, my mom was like, I think you have to pick a different favorite Disney princess, because I was just like, I guess I'll pick Belle because she reads and she's smart.
Aww.
This was the beginning of my booktube journey, who knew? But I was always obsessed with mermaids, where I was just like, mermaids are the best. You gotta play mermaid all the time. I had like Emily Winsnap, that like mermaid.
Oh my
series.
gosh, that was the best. I loved that as well.
Loved those so much. I don't know, like any mermaid stuff. I was feral for it. It's so fun. So,
wait,
I'm excited to like, go back to it. Oh, I'm just excited to like do mermaid books again. Like they're so fun.
Yeah, I hope you like it. I'll be kind of sad if you don't.
I hope so.
I was gonna say, have you ever seen like the Mermaids Are Real documentary?
No, but I've heard so much about it. Because it's always like was it like the Sci-Fi Channel or something like that?
It was on the like historical
or National Geographic or something.
It was like on the historical
History Channel.
History Channel, and I 150% believed it. Like I was watching it with my mom, and she believed it too. And she was like, "Yeah, mermaids are real." And so I believed that documentary was real until the age of like 20. Like I was convinced that was real, and it was just really funny because I was hanging out with one of my friends when I went to LA recently, and he had just found out too that the documentary wasn't real, and so he would just constantly bring it up with his friends and be like, "Yeah, but mermaids though, mermaids are real though." And so someone was like, "Yeah, that wasn't a real documentary."
Oh my god. I feel like if I had watched that, it would have like deeply shaped the way I see the world. So, like, because you just want to believe it.
Yeah.
But I don't know who I was talking. Maybe because people knew like I loved mermaids so much, they were like, "It's not real, by the way." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I kind of already knew before I even had the chance to see it that people were like, "It's not real." I was like, "Okay, I get it. All right. Why did they trick us like this? I don't know why."
I know, and it was like on the History Channel too. It's not like Disney or something.
I don't know why they do this. Why do they do this to us specifically? Well, I'm excited to like get into some real mermaid stuff, like real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But maybe. Oh, also, hello, John. Maybe we should do one more quick little sprint before we say goodbye, because we're gonna be ending the sprints around 9 o'clock. So it's or 9 o'clock my time right now. So it's 8:40 on the East Coast right now. So I figure maybe we'll just do like 15 minutes or something
Let's
like that.
do it.
So we will read till 55. I already have a marker for it. Perfect.
Woo-hoo.
All right, and we'll see you then. Okay, that's the end.
Hi.
I have to admit, I was getting very sleepy on that last sprint because I think I had just eaten all the food and I'm laying in my bed.
Yeah, I totally get that.
I'm like, ooh, stay awake. Lose the thread.
You're getting extra cozy.
Yeah, I'm getting cozy, and then I'm also thinking about everything I have to do. Where I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta get ready for that.
I do the same thing.
It's hard. Sometimes your mind just wanders while you're reading, but well. Hopefully some other folks out there got a lot done, whether it was reading or something else. Allie was editing during the last sprint. So hopefully, I think this might be Allie's TBR game that we were talking about yesterday. So I'm hoping that it's going well. And I'm excited to see what it all ends up being because I know it's going to be really exciting. It's like based on this like thing I know nothing about, but it just sounds like complicated but fun. Libby read 15 pages in 15 minutes, which is
wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly where I started. I think maybe I read like 8 pages or something like that, probably. You know, if I'm lucky.
I read like 1, so we're good.
It's fine. It's fine. And yeah, okay. So it is Allie's TBR game. I'm excited for that.
That's super exciting.
So as we mentioned, that was the last sprint, and we're actually gonna basically say goodbye. Sorry we didn't get to do like super long ones this time, but hopefully this at least inspires some people to keep reading or start reading. And as a reminder, we are going to be discussing Vengeful, the last book that we are reading for our villains read along very, very soon. We're going to be doing that on my channel, and I believe we'll be doing it on December 5th, and we'll have all the details and the link in case you want to like turn on a reminder and stuff. All that stuff is going to be in the Discord, of course, and we did say that the next series we're going to be reading is the Bridge Kingdom duology, as voted by you guys out there. So thank you so much for voting and for being a part of the Fantaseries book club, of course. So special thanks to Nicolee for sprinting with me tonight. Thank you so much for coming and bringing the sunshine as always.
It was always a pleasure to sprint with you. Did
always.
I just like kind of bow with my arm?
You're like, hello.
I literally can't. I'm sorry.
But yeah, so Nicolee and I and the other hosts will see. Oh, I should turn this reading thingy off. Whoops. We will see you around on the internet somewhere. We are most active in the Discord and on the live shows and doing the reading sprints and stuff. So I'm sure we will see you around. But just in case, I do have everybody who's a part of the Fantaseries Book Club linked in the description. So please make sure that you go check them out if you are not already subscribed to them. I think that's it from us for tonight. We're gonna go run to our next plans.
I know. It's crazy.
So we are fully booked. We're really truly fully booked. But thanks everybody for coming, and we will see you around on the internet.
Bye.